Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the K12 Sports Tech AD Think Tank on the Educational AD Podcast. We're going to be right back with this week's Think Tank guest, but as always, we're going to give a shout out to all of our sponsors. Now, these are all great companies. I used them as an AD. You should be using them too. So take about 3 minutes, listen to our shout outs, then listen to our Think Tank guest, and then go and visit these sponsors. I'm telling you, you're going to be glad you did. Here we go. We want to say thanks to K12 Sports Tech for sponsoring these Think Tank segments. K12 Sports Tech helps athletic directors and sport vendors connect through education and hands-on consulting services. Athletic directors are also invited to join the Think Tank and help influence how companies shape their tech to better serve schools. To get started, just go to k12sportstech.com. That's it, k12sportstech.com. We also want to say thank you to Hometown. You know, Hometown's changing the game for schools and organizations with their solutions that include digital ticketing. They're still the #1 digital ticketing provider. How about fee-free fundraising, athletic website construction? It doesn't stop there. Hometown, whether you're an AD, a head coach, or a principal, is going to help you save time, raise more money, and bring your entire community together. That's Hometown. Go to hometown.com for more information. We also want to say thank you to Ohio University and their online masters in athletic administration. My assistant AD, along with thousands of others, got his master's through the Ohio program, and while he did it, he also completed 11 NIAAA leadership training courses at no extra charge. Check out Ohio University and their online masters in athletic administration. We want to say thank you to our friends at Snap Mobile, particularly Snap Raise. Have you ever spent weeks and weeks with a fundraiser and then been disappointed in the results? Well, those days are gone. Go to snapraise.com. We used it at our school with tremendous success, and so will you. Go to Snap Raise, check out all their other great platforms. But if you're looking for a fundraiser, you just found it, and it's Snap Raise. We'd also like to thank Athletic Surveys. You know, athletic directors already get feedback, but a lot of times it's from a very small group that just wants to complain. Athletic Surveys is going to connect you to that group so you can hear their concerns, hopefully address them. But they're also going to connect you with the 98% of your stakeholders that support your program. And having that data in your hands is incredibly valuable, especially when you're visiting with a frustrated parent, maybe your principal, or how about even your school board. Go to athleticsurveys.com. They're going to create a custom survey that lets you take the pulse of everybody in your program. athleticsurveys.com. We want to say thank you to Huddle. As a football coach, I used Huddle for years, but when I became an athletic director, I made sure that our school was a Huddle school. And our coaches, all of our coaches, just loved the tools that Huddle provided. Our student athletes loved the videos, and our parents loved the streaming, but there's a whole lot more. Go to huddle.com, join the 8 million users, and turn your school into a Huddle school. That's huddle.com. We'd like to thank Sideline Interactive, indoor score tables and video boards. Go to sidelineinteractive.com and you can schedule a live web demo to see their products in action. Probably one of the best purchases I ever made was our Sideline Interactive indoor score table. We use it for home games, of course, but we also use it for pep rallies, for signing ceremonies. Their products are tremendously versatile. Their customer service is just outstanding. Go to sidelineinteractive.com. Check out their great products today. That's sidelineinteractive.com. We also want to thank Home Campus. Home Campus is the official high school sports administration software platform for multiple states and thousands of athletic directors, and it's a product that you're going to use every single day. Even if your state has a different platform, you can be a home campus school. Their athletic eligibility and clearance platform alone is the gold standard. You really got to check it out. Go to homecampus.com And as always, make sure you mention the podcast. We'd like to thank Vital Signs Wall of Fame for their support. If you're looking for a really cool way to display your school record boards for all the teams, for all the different events, or show off your school's Hall of Fame, go to Vital Signs Wall of Fame and take a look at their interactive touch screen. That's right, touch screen video consoles. You put one of their units in your gym lobby or your main school hallway, it's going to be like a magnet for kids, for teachers. How about sponsors and alumni? You got to see it to believe it. Go to vitalsignswalloffame.com. Check out their great products today. We also want to say thank you to Gipper. Go to Gipper.com and let their team turn you into a social media marketing guru. Gipper's used and trusted by over 20,000 schools, districts, and colleges, and it allows you to take your look to the next level. You can create stunning experiences for your community, whether it's a social media post, a newsletter, or more. Check out Gipper.com. Let their team help you take your program from good to great. That's Gipper.com. And as always, don't forget to mention the podcast. Welcome back, everybody, to another segment of the K12 Sports Tech AD Think Tank on the Educational AD Podcast. We're going out to my home state, the great state of Oregon, and we're going to be visiting today with Brandon Standridge. Brandon is a CMAA. He's the director of athletics at Creswell High School. That's just south of Eugene, Oregon. Also, congratulations, Brandon. This year at the national conference, he and his school was recognized with the QPA, the Quality Program Award by the NIAAA. So, Brandon, welcome to the Think Tank.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Okay. And of course, we're joined by Alec Brown. He's the COO of K12 Sports Tech. Alec, always good to see you.
Thank you, Jake. Thanks for having me again.
Okay. Alec, I'm going to go and stay with you to kick things off. We're going to hear about Brandon and his school, but one of the, for me especially, one of the unique features about the think tank and K12 Sports Tech is they're not trying to sell you something. Okay. It's actually a resource, a free resource, actually better than free. You can actually get paid. And it's just a tremendous tool, if you will, for ADs and for vendors. So, Alec, share a little bit about your background. You speak the language of the AD because you were an AD, and then talk a little bit about how K12 Sports Tech came about.
Absolutely. Thanks, Jake. So as you said, my background's in education. I was started my career as a teacher, moved into administration, did some coaching, became an AD, and kind of set me on a path to work in school-based athletics. Went on to do a few other things after that before I found K12 and Abby Emerson, who's the founder and CEO of the company, but really loved what her vision was and what she was trying to accomplish in the space. And what K12 Sports Tech is in a nutshell is a consulting and resource hub that connects ADs, athletic administrators, coaches to sports tech vendors in the space. And we've been doing that very successfully over the last 2 years or so, with the help of what we call our AD think tank, which is what you alluded to, Jake. So that's ADs from all over the country. Brandon's a part of it. He'll talk about it in a minute. Who we bring onto our consulting projects to do surveys, to hop on calls with vendors, to sometimes do pilot programs, to help vendors in the space sort of better understand the needs of the AD and if their solutions solve a problem for them. And if not, what improvements do they have to make or changes do they have to make them more viable in the space? So it's been an awesome experience so far. I've gotten to meet, a number of ADs from all over the country, like Brandon, that just really want to improve the profession as a whole. And that's been the coolest thing to see. And the vendors are really on the same page, and all of them have been making improvements to their solutions based on AD feedback. So exactly what we want to see.
And I know I say this probably every episode, but it's just such a unique approach, and a kind of a double bonus to the think tank. You're not just connecting ADs with vendors, which we'll talk about more, but you're also connecting ADs with each other. It's a tremendous networking tool, and just nobody else is doing it. And it's kind of one of those, duh, why wasn't this done earlier? And kudos to Abby and to you to get it going. Brandon, share, if you will, a little bit about, your athletic journey. As I like to say, give us your life story in 60 seconds, and then talk a little bit about the Cresswell program and how you got involved with the think tank.
Yeah, so I've just finished my 21st year in education. I spent the first 11 a social studies teacher, PE teacher, coach basketball, baseball, softball, just always athletic driven kind of stuff. I became an AD in 2015, so I just finished up my 10th year as an AD, first at Bandon on the South Oregon coast.
Yeah.
So if you ever played Bandon Dunes, that's it's pretty nice golf down there. Where I was there for 4 years, and I just finished up my 6th year at Cresswell. We have about 350 students, K12 or 912 here at Cresswell. And just won, you're like this, Jake, just won our first ever girls state track type team title this year by 1 point. So that's pretty exciting. But I'm also transitioning. I'm leaving Cresswell after this summer and moving to North Bend. So going back to the coast to be a full-time AD of a school about 650 students. So I'm going to go to a little bit bigger school and get to actually do this full-time versus being assistant principal and AD, where I'm doing discipline, attendance, and athletics. So I'm excited about that change. So it'll be fun.
Oh, we're gonna have to get you back on the podcast to talk about your new school. Now, you mentioned North Bend? Is it North Bend High School?
Yep, North Bend High School, about 20 minutes actually north of Bandon. So I've still got a lot of connections and a lot of people over there that I know. And the AD there, Mike Forrester, is retiring after 15 years and 30 years in the district. So it's just a really awesome opportunity that I couldn't pass up. So super excited about the new gig too.
Oh yeah, and again, beautiful country out on the Oregon coast. At early in my career, I was spent 2 years as the head football coach at Brookings Harbor, and so I know all those towns: Bandon and Marshfield High School, Reedsport High School. I know all that area. So good for
Mm.
you. Um, Share, if you can, with our listeners some of the projects that you've been involved with, the consulting projects. Because again, listeners, it's not a sales pitch, it's the opposite of a sales pitch. What sort of projects have you done as a member of the think tank so far?
The last couple I did the last few months, I did one for digital scoreboards, which was really cool, doing some video board stuff. Talking with a newer company that is not very well known out in Oregon, which is super cool. So I got to talk to him and kind of pick his brain a little bit about what that looked like. We know Nevco and Daktronics, all the big ones, but um, a company that's really trying to do things a little differently and pride themselves on service and things like that. So kind of walk through his pitch a little bit with him. I did the helmet tracker one a few months back. Doing some inventory, um, record keeping and things like that, and walk through that one. And then I forget the company name, but we did one on I think it's mental capacity and mental strength. That's a pretty new company coming out too, which was super cool to go through.
You know, I think, ADs by nature, we're a little bit leery, we that cold call or that cold email. And I think people who are not familiar with the think tank might imagine that that's what it's all about. Can you explain how it works once you sign up to be a think tank member? And again, listeners, it's totally free to become a member.
Well, I mean, I was, referred to by you, Jake. So, I mean, I got involved, that way. Got the email and, didn't know much about it, but essentially, it's a very conversational piece where, we either fill out a survey or we do fill out a survey no matter what. But when we meet, via Zoom, we just have a conversation. They kind of go through what they would like to talk about if they were, making sales pitches and going through and helping out their presentation. And then I give them feedback and say, yeah, like, if I was an AD, like, you're pitching me to this is, a question I would like to see answered in your presentation, or, we're all, limited with resources and finite amounts of money. So, making it worthwhile. And it's like, this is the cost benefit of this, even if it's not a revenue sharing type of situation, you're saving 25 hours of time with the inventory tracker. You're saving this amount and try and, make it really, real world examples to show like this is a value that, I know you don't have enough, full money. So this is why you should, do this product, and like really making it available to them, and just better, more efficient presentation for the companies.
Oh no, absolutely. And again, it's just such a cool idea where these vendors, these companies, and athletic directors, they have a lot of choices. Whether it's, you mentioned scoreboards, maybe it's uniforms or equipment, or it could be anything. But now they're talking directly to these providers and saying, "Hey, these are some things that I guess would make us like your product a little bit better." Alec, what's some of the feedback you've gotten from the vendors that are participating from their end in the think tank?
Yeah, vendors have enjoyed the experience overwhelmingly. All of them have made changes, improvements to their platforms, what based on what our ADs have said. I think a lot of them realize pretty quickly that they don't know as much about the life and the needs and the job description of an AD that they maybe have thought they did. And then a lot of the companies that we work with are very new to this space as well. We've even worked with some from overseas, so have literally zero experience talking to high school ADs in the U.S. So it's really a learning experience, and on every call, they discover something new that will help them improve their platforms and solutions for programs all over the country. I think that the biggest thing that I noticed that happens is vendors realize that um, it's not a one size fits all in terms of working with high schools. The different budgets, different sizes of school, different programs, and so they need to adopt their solutions to fit all different types of schools and programs if they truly want to be an accessible resource for schools.
Yeah. And the next, I guess the next part of that conversation is another feature of the think tank is the new vendor directory that just launched this month. Can you share a little bit about how that works from both a vendor and from an AD perspective?
Yeah, so the vendor directory, like you said, just launched in June, and it's on our website, and it's a centralized hub where ADs can go to when researching different solution types that they might need for their program. It's a little bit different than our consulting work because we are only able to work with so many different clients on the consulting side, but the directory is designed to have a place for everybody in the space. So when Brandon or any other AD is looking for an apparel solution or a scoreboard solution, they have one place to go to, literally a one-stop shop where they can research, compare and contrast the different solutions in that space. So that's the kind of the mission behind the directory. It's about 60 companies strong right now, and we're growing every day. So we like the trajectory it's going in. And ADs have loved it because they can go on there and find reviews and find out what other ADs have said about these solutions. And the ADs that are writing reviews are think tank members. They're vetted. We know they're currently in the space. So it's really a trusted place where ADs can go to when looking for new tools for the program.
And again, I think that's kind of, I don't know if I want to say the bottom line or the foundation, but it's certainly an important part of this whole relationship because, Brandon, you're in the market for, you mentioned you're in the market for scoreboards, okay? And you get a call from a company that you've never heard of. They might have the best scoreboard that's ever been built, but if you don't know them and you don't know that product, you're going to be hesitant. On the other hand, you get a call from one of your AD friends, just down the road, and they say, "Hey, Brandon, have you heard about this company? It's fantastic. The product hasn't changed a bit, but now it's suddenly, much more appealing to you." And that's where the vendor directory comes in because, as Alec just said, the athletic directors who are think tank members, who are putting those reviews up there of the various products. The AD's been vetted, the review has been vetted. And so now all of a sudden, you might not know that person, but hey, they're a member of the think tank. And at worst, you can reach out and call them and say, hey, what was your experience like? So it's a win-win for athletic directors as well as for vendors. I actually went on earlier this week to the vendor directory and left some reviews for products that I had used as an athletic director, at my schools, and was happy to share. Hey, these are great products. You should check them out. So, Brandon, as you move or get ready, I'm not trying to kick you out the door yet, but as you get ready to go to North Bend. What are some things that are at the top of your shopping list right now that you're going to be researching that maybe some of our listeners can help you out?
I've actually, I mean, both of those things we're consulting on. I've told them to reach out to me when I get established over in the fall with the video board and the mental health stuff, or the mental strength, the mental strengthening stuff, because they were such good products, and I think that things that we're going to be interested in. So those are two on my list. Always talking turf, baseball, softball field. So trying to get that squared in a little bit. Both those fields want to have turf, and then new bleachers for our gym. We host the volleyball and for 3A, 4A volleyball and the 3A state championship for basketball at North Bend. So we have old wooden bleachers still there. So that'd be the other big piece that we're looking at.
All right, I love it. Okay. Well, Alec, if one of our listeners who isn't currently in the think tank would like to find out more information or just sign up, what's the best way they can do that?
Yeah, please reach out to me. Email is best, Alec, ALEC, at K12sportstech.com. Or you can go to our website, K12sportstech.com, and just look for the think tank sign up and go ahead and sign up.
And Brandon, if one of our listeners wants to reach out and pick your brain a little bit, and listeners, you got a great resource here. This guy did a QPA for his school. I don't know if it gets any better than that. I know you're transitioning, so do you got a Gmail account that you can give out to our listeners?
My North Bend account already. So you can reach out to me at bstandridge at nbend .k12.or.us. So first initial, last name at nbend.k12.or.us.
All right. And make sure, Brandon, you update your information on the NIAAA membership directory portal too, so we can send people there. Okay.
Already did, and already updated on the K12 Sports Tech profile
Wow, look
page.
at that guy.
So
Okay, I
Excellent.
making
love
sure I
it.
wouldn't forget it.
I love it. Okay.
Nice.
Well, gentlemen, thanks as always for coming on and sharing all the best as we continue with the summer months. And listeners, if you're not currently a member of the K12 Sports Tech AD Think Tank, go to K12sportstech.com. Check it out, sign up. It's really going to be a tremendous resource for you. Thanks, guys. We will see you hopefully soon on the Educational AD Podcast.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks a lot.
For our listeners, quick reminder, we upload every Zoom recording to the YouTube channel for the Educational AD Podcast. We do this segment just about every week and just about every day. We try to share stories and best practices from the world of athletics. So join us again next time on the next K12 Sports Tech AD Think Tank. We'll see you next time. Before we go, of course, we want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors, including K12 Sports Tech. How about athleticsurveys.com? Big thank you to Huddle and Snap Rays. I want to thank Gipper and Vital Signs Wall of Fame. Let's thank Hometown and Sideline Interactive, Ohio University and their online masters, and let's say thanks to Home Campus. Check out all these sponsors. Again, I use them as an athletic director. They're all great. You should be using them too. Thanks again for listening. We'll see you next time on the Educational AD Podcast.